Marathi. In the third on point, we look at India-UK free trade agreement signed by Prime Minister Modi and UK PM Keir Starmer. Now let's take a quick look at the headlines. Supreme Court stays acquittal of the 12 accused in 2006 Mumbai train blast case on Maharashtra government's appeal. Aviation watchdog DGCA sends 4 show cause notices to Air India for 29 safety violations. CBI reveals major evidence tampering in the initial RG rape murder probe. Wider investigation now underway. Sri Swaminarayan Temple in Melbourne defaced with hate-filled graffiti, racial slurs painted on walls. India calls for ceasefire in Gaza. UN says intermittent pause not enough. IMD predicts heavy rainfall in Jharkhand over the next 2 days. Issues orange alert for Friday and Saturday. BCCI set to host Asia Cup in UAE. India-Pakistan match likely. Russian plane carrying 50 people crashes in country's Amur region. No signs of survivors. Federal Appeals Court deliver another big blow to President Donald Trump's executive order against birthright citizenship. Calls it unconstitutional. With just 1 day left for the deadline of the EC's special intensive revision of electoral rolls in Bihar, the issue continues to rock the state assembly. Rashtriya Janata Dal leader and the leader of opposition, Tejashwi Yadav, says Mahagathbandhan may boycott the assembly election in the wake of controversy over the intensive revision of electoral rolls. Tejashwi says he will speak to other parties in the alliance about it. If names of lakhs of people are struck off the electoral rolls, elections are a useless exercise, he said.
भाई जब एक बात स्पष्ट है, सब कुछ तय हो ही गया है कि भाई बेईमानी करना ही है, खुलेआम बेईमानी करना है, वोटर लिस्ट से लाखों का नाम काट देना है, और यही लाखों वोटर जो थे मोदी जी को वोट दिया, कई सरकारें चुनी, तब ठीक था। अब ये अचानक से गड़बड़ कहां से हो गया, यही तो सवाल पूछा जा रहा है। यानी सरकार के लोग आज खुद ही कह रहे थे कि भाई हम फर्जी चुन करके आए हैं और फिर से फर्जी चुन करके आएंगे। तो जब बेईमानी करना है तो हम लोग इस पे विचार कर सकते हैं बॉयकॉट करने का।
दूसरे पार्टियों से भी आप बात कीजिएगा, दूसरे नेताओं
हम सब दल के लोगों से बात करेंगे। महागठबंधन चुनाव का क्या मतलब रहेगा जब लोकतंत्र में जनता ही वोट नहीं देगी? चंडीगढ़ जैसा तुम लोग काम करोगे तो क्या मतलब रह जाएगा? तो हम लोग इस पे गंभीर होकर के चुनाव बहिष्कार पर चर्चा हम लोग कर सकते हैं। ये विकल्प हमारे पास खुला है।
The ruling Janata Dal United and the BJP have reacted to Tejashwi's statement, saying that RJD is already conceding defeat since the party knows bogus voters won't vote for them any longer.
उनको लग रहा है कि चुनाव हार जाएंगे, जब तक नकली वोटर नहीं रहेगा तब तक चुनाव कैसे जीतेंगे? तो नकली वोटर के आधार पर जब जालसाजी ही करना है तो जालसाजी का क्या जवाब है? जब जालसाजी पकड़ी गई तो कहेंगे कि अब हम चुनाव नहीं लड़ेंगे। ये तो आपको निर्णय करना है।
देखिए, चुनाव करवाना इस संवैधानिक व्यवस्था के अनुरूप चुनाव आयोग का काम है। चुनाव में हिस्सा लेना और न लेना ये उनका पर्सनल प्रेरोगेटिव है। मुझे लगता है मुझे उसमें टिप्पणी करने की आवश्यकता नहीं है। लेकिन मैं इतना अवश्य बता दूं, भारतीय जनता पार्टी और एनडीए गठबंधन इसकी अवश्यंभावी विजय जो सामने दिखाई देती है, उस परिणाम आने के, बिहार चुनाव का परिणाम आने के बाद में अपनी झेप और अपनी खीज मिटाने के लिए, अपनी फेस सेविंग के लिए ये सब जो है इस सेशन की बलि ली जा रही है, इस तरह के स्टेटमेंट दिए जा रहे हैं।
Meanwhile, in Delhi, India Bloc MPs continued their protest in the Parliament House complex on Thursday to voice their concerns over the S.I.R issue. Opposition MPs have been demanding a discussion in both houses of Parliament since the monsoon session began on Monday. Accusing the Election Commission of acting at BJP's behest, leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi issued a direct warning to EC saying that the poll body can't get away with what it was doing and the opposition was coming for it.
Election Commission is not functioning as the Election Commission of India. Today they have made some statement. This is complete nonsense, right? The fact of the matter is that Election Commission is not doing its job. Now we have concrete 100% proof of Election Commission allowing cheating in a seat in Karnataka. Not 90%. When we decide to show it to you, it is 100% proof. Okay? And we just looked at one constituency and we found this. And I'm absolutely convinced that constituency after constituency, this is the drama that is taking place. Okay? Thousands and thousands of new voters. New voters. How old are they? 50, 45, 60, 65. New voters. Thousands and thousands and thousands, one constituency. Yes. And this is one thing, right? Voter deletion, voter addition. New voters who are 18, who are way above 18. So we have caught them. Okay, and I want to send a message to Election Commission. Yes, sir. If you think you're going to get away with this, if your officers think you're going to get away with this, you're mistaken. You're not going to get away with it. Because we are going to come for you.
So is RJD conceding defeat in the forthcoming assembly election? Is opposition trying to strengthen the idea of a stolen election? And why threaten Election Commission? Now, let me tell you what happens if opposition refuses to contest. Article 324 grants EC authority to conduct, control and supervise election. EC can conduct polls on schedule regardless of how many parties participate. Constitution provides no provision for cancelling election due to a boycott. Even if only ruling party fields candidates, polls must be initiated. If there are no opposing candidates, candidates can be elected unopposed. With just one day left for the completion of the S.I.R exercise, the opposition alleged that the EC has removed more than 56 lakh people from Bihar's electoral rolls. On the other hand, the poll body has cleared the air on the deletion. So let's look at the current data. Total entries, 56 lakh. Permanently migrated, 28 lakhs. Deceased voters, 20 lakhs. Duplicate voters, 7 lakhs. Untraceable electors, 1 lakh. I'm joined by Sujata Paul, spokesperson Congress Party, Manish Varyar, spokesperson BJP, Ravi Shankar Ravi, spokesperson RJD, and Satyaprakash Mishra is with me, spokesperson JDU in the studio, and I'll also be joined by senior journalist and psephologist Ajit Kumar Jha. So let me start with you, opening comments from Ajit, and then I'll go to Ravi Shankar Ravi. Why is Tejashwi saying that? Is he conceding defeat? I mean, so who says that we're going to boycott the elections?
First of all, Kartikeya, I don't think at all this is going to happen. I don't think the RJD is in a position to boycott the election. Let me clarify. Manoj Jha was on record. I've heard his interview where he clarified and he said that, you know, the people are very angry and we are representing the people. Therefore, this kind of statement was being made. So I don't think the RJD is going to boycott at all. But having said that, let me do point out that the main agenda of the Bihar election and maybe elections after it has become this S.I.R exercise by the EC. Earlier, the agendas was something else. For the opposition, it was no jobs, migration, you know, and things of that sort, fall in education, fall in health, But today, the number one issue has become a political issue, or at least the opposition has made that a political issue. And the anger is palpable, both in parliament. You just heard, you just showed Rahul Gandhi making that speech where he's talking about Karnataka, Maharashtra, now Bihar. And then he sort of threatens that we'll get behind the EC. So that's a more important threat. In parliament,
is it a correct threat? I think that's very wrong. You are threatening a constitutional body. The leader of opposition is openly threatening a constitutional body. I'll come back to you, sir, because you actually took the point which I would have taken it up after 5 minutes. Mr. Ravi, is your party seriously thinking of boycotting elections? Rana chhodne ki tayari?
No, I think what Tejashwi ji had said is that this is an option which may be considered in discussion with the allies, partners and the public. He is expressing his anguish over the conduct and behavior of the election commission. The way this exercise is being conducted, there are so many lacunas. It is not a special drive. It is not intensive. It is a very casual drive which is taking place at the ground. We have heard that the forms are being filled without photographs, without signatures at many places, without giving the receivings. So what kind of intensive drive is this? Earlier, the claim was that infiltrators have to be excluded. Now, in around 760 pages of counter affidavit submitted in the Honorable Supreme Court, not even a single word relating to infiltrators has been mentioned. Now this new kind of
I don't know why you're saying it's a casual drive. I mean to say, no, this drive has a far-reaching impact on the electorate. Manish, my question to you remains the same: is opposition conceding defeat, or let me be very precise, is Tejashwi conceding defeat? And the second thing is, they have made a charge, Tejashwi Yadav, Chandigarh model. Please respond.
Good evening to you and all my co-panelists and the viewers. It's a defeatist mindset. Has it not happened that earlier the opposition was talking about EVMs? Now please ask them, are EVMs okay, or is it still to be a matter to be discussed? Because now the whole, so they keep shifting the goalpost. I think the writing on the wall is that they do not have any vision for Bihar as well as for the country. And because there is no vision, people are not buying their, any of the things which they are saying. First of all, what they should do is that if they really are thinking, boycotting the election coming from leader of opposition is almost like an extremist kind of a view. I have not seen ever, or, I may have limited knowledge, but you need and other panelists need to tell me that has it ever happened that a mainstream leader of opposition has ever talked about boycotting an election in India, independent India? We have known some extremist groups talking about it, and they boycotting in Bihar in 70s, 80s or 90s, maybe CPIML or someone did that. But apart from that, we've never seen anyone talking like this. Now, what kind of message are you giving to people of Bihar? You are not interested in contesting elections, isn't it? That means it's a defeatist attitude. One, the mindset is defeatist. And second, very importantly, first of all, if we are even thinking of this, boycotting election, तो सबसे पहले अपने जितने भी you have those black cat commandos with you, all the salaries, all the privileges, that's what RJD and Congress should do. First they should shun that. It's only anyway 3 to 4 months, but इतने दिन तक तो पहले छोड़कर देखिए ना अपनी सारी सुरक्षा, salaries, तो तब उसके बाद तो फिर समझ में आता है जनता को कि अच्छा ठीक है आप सोचते भी हैं boycott करने का. So you are all filled up with everything and then you are saying I'm boycotting election. It seems quite frivolous.
Okay, Sujata, your opening comments. Do you agree with your alliance partner, madam, Tejashwi Yadav?
First and foremost, I have just witnessed one of your panelists spew venom and hatred on this show. Take back your security if you want to, but don't tell us what we have to do. This country has given us rights according to the Constitution. Now, as far as what Mr. Tejashwi Yadav has said it is the RJD spokesperson who will answer that. But there is 100% proof of cheating in only one single constituency that we have studied in Karnataka, which Rahul Gandhi ji has already mentioned. And this electoral fraud, this manipulation will be brought to light and brought before the country, and definitely the Election Commission, who should be sitting in the BJP office rather than being a constitutional body at a separate place which has been allotted to them to conduct free and fair elections. Now, that is the question mark on them. Now, these protests are very clearly showing us what the problem is. Because if you look at what happened in 2001, the census had taken place. After that, in 2003, the S.I.R had been undertaken. Now, in Bihar, what is happening is all those people who have been in the voter list from 2003 to now, who have voted in the JDU government, who have voted in Mr. Modi, they are the ones who are being targeted because they know that they are not going to come on board as far as the BJP or JDU are concerned because of the lawlessness in Bihar, because of no development. Look at the number of migrant laborers who leave Bihar every year. Why? If there was development, there would be less number migrating. Even seasonal migration would have reduced. But the fact is that when you have no jobs, for the youngsters, you will remove their names. And that is exactly what has happened in the Karnataka model of the Election Commission BJP alliance. Here, what have they done? They have removed names of legal, legitimate 18-year-olds, 20-year-olds. But the people whose names have been included are 50, 60, 65. That means their names would not have been there earlier. How come? Isn't that strange that suddenly you are adding their names? Now, we were listening to this Rohingya and Bangladeshi and all that, and all these people who entered India after Mr. Modi's advent. So this clearly means that they have no, their falsehoods have no legs to stand on, but this is a clear aim to disenfranchise the marginalized voters, the OBCs, the SCs, the STs, the poor, the minorities.
Sujata, that would constitute, that would constitute the majority of the voter, not on the periphery. Mr. Satyaprakash Mishra, to you.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't get what she was saying because the...
No, she is saying, okay, let me just then take you through what Sujata said. Sujata said, BJP and JDU are using S.I.R to marginalize communities like OBCs, Dalits, Muslims. That's her argument.
No, this is not true. Exactly, when they approached the Election Commission regarding this S.I.R, Election Commission heard their point of view and satisfied them with Election Commission's point of view. The matter is sub judice in the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court allowed this S.I.R to continue and go on. They have submitted their petition. Even the counter affidavits have been submitted by both the parties. Let what Supreme Court decide. It is the duty of this Election Commission to hold such kind of S.I.R in any state of India. And last time in 2003, when Rabri Devi was the Chief Minister of Bihar, this S.I.R happened. And on the basis of that S.I.R in 2004, Manmohan Singh government was formed. Even our government in 2005 was formed in the Bihar. Nitish Kumar took first time oath as a Chief Minister of Bihar. Why they are doubting? Suppose in a 8 crore voters, 52 lakh is about to be removed. In 52 lakh, you have already shown on your graphic that 18 to 20 lakh people have been died, and around 23 to 29 lakh people have been shifted permanently. 1 lakh are missing. So in approximately 7 crore 50 lakh voters are still there. Tejashwi Yadav is so much confused that he is thinking that on the basis of these 52 lakh voters, Modi's government have been formed, Nitish Kumar's government have been formed. So they are considering these are our voters. So what is laughable that we are deleting our voters? I do not understand the viewpoint of Tejashwi Yadav. Sometimes he says they are considering boycotting election. Tomorrow they will come out, we will boycotting democracy. Third day they will call, we will form an autocratic government. So decide carefully within the India bloc that what you understand about democracy. Rahul Gandhi saying he has 100% proof. Go to the Supreme Court and show the proof.
I'll call you, sir.
No. If they have 100% proof of any election, of any constituency, that this has been cheated on, why they don't show that to the Election Commission and letter to the Supreme Court.
Okay, you made a point.
No. I have last line. The opposition party is making themselves as a brand of spreading lies, and they will become tomorrow brand ambassador of spreading lies. Rahul Gandhi may be named as Jhuta Gandhi tomorrow. What the people are laughing in Bihar, and no one,
Mr. Prakash,
no authority of India can remove any genuine voter from Bihar's voter list, because Bihari voters are much more capable to get them enrolled rather than these Tejashwi Yadav.
Sujata.
Kartikeya, this gentleman appears as a JDU spokesperson sometimes and as a political analyst at other times. I've just
I don't know what he's saying.
Just a few days back. But if you're from the JDU, my pointed question is to you, that if you're from the JDU, there has been an MP yesterday, he was protesting the S.I.R. He was saying that this is clearly a case of troubling the people of Bihar. He has said it, he's your MP, he's in parliament. Please go and check facts with him as to what he said and why he said it. But now coming to the 11 documents that they're talking about, are they trying to say that all the elections that they won in the past few years, in the past two and a half decades, in fact, since the time Mr. Nitish Kumar has been there, have they been illegitimate voters? That means you formed an illegitimate government. If you are going to delete their names, and there is no time for these people to appeal in this process also, because the time is very short. The migrant laborers are out.
Sujata, my question to you is, Sujata, is it correct? Sujata, is it correct for Mr. Gandhi to give a warning to the Election Commission we are watching? He's leader of opposition.
Can't hear. Yes, but I figured out what you must have said. Mr. Rahul Gandhi is the leader of opposition. It is his duty to protect the democratic constitutional institutions of this nation. And therefore,
but to threaten a constitutional authority?
He's saying nonsense. Yes, the word he used,
I'll tell you why. Because
opposition is using the word nonsense. What is this?
Why are you speaking in between?
Sujata, please speak. Sujata, please go.
So, as leader of opposition, it is his responsibility to protect the democracy of this country. And if anybody is attacking our constitutional bodies, no less the person sitting over there. He has to be given a clear message, and a clear message it is.
Okay. A lot of people would disagree with you. A lot of people would say that, you don't threaten constitutional offices. But Ajit, in this entire thing, the question is that in last 1.5, 2 years, the idea of stolen election as a political topic has gained currency. I thought this was limited to America, when, Trump went on that stolen election spree. But, this has come to the Indian subcontinent, and not on the lighter side, it worries me. Because when you talk about stolen elections, you are actually ending up questioning the process itself. And I think the beauty of the Indian democracy was its ability to conduct elections peacefully, continuously, and its ability to transfer power peacefully, which even the Americans had problem doing last time around.
I agree, and it is really sad. And I also think that there is enormous questions being raised all over the country on the credibility of
I'll come to you, Manish. Let Ajit ji speak. Yeah.
On the credibility of the Election Commission. Remember, I keep comparing today's Election Commission with that of TN Session, James Michael Lindo. I mean, they were election commissioners who empowered voters, and today the allegation is, I don't know how far it is true, that these people are cheating voters. But 2 points I wanted to raise. Rahul Gandhi, when he raises this issue of Karnataka, for a moment, let's assume that what he's saying is true, but that will not change the course of elections in Bihar. There's no link between a cheated election in Karnataka and Bihar. So I think it would be better if he concentrates on the faults made by the S.I.R. Conducted by the EC, right? Even if he proves that in Maharashtra the election was stolen, it doesn't directly affect the elections in Bihar. So I think a more strategic, a better move by Rahul Gandhi would be to concentrate on Bihar right now. And that is, he should take that issue, he should again take to the Supreme Court. Number 2, I think the question to the Congress party and to the opposition parties right now is, do they feel that they don't have faith in the Election Commission? That is an important question, because once political parties, even if they are opposition, if they don't have any faith in the election commission, then obviously the umpire is gone, right? You can't have a fair cricket game. So I'm
saying that if you're saying that there's a problem with the umpire, you are actually casting doubt on the entire process, and that process is so fundamental to the Indian democracy, because we are in a failed neighborhood like Pakistan, Nepal, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Maldives, Sri Lanka. Barring 75-77, India has never failed, in terms of peaceful transfer of power. That's the most beautiful aspect of our democracy. I'll come to you, Manish, then I'll go to Sujata. I don't know why the RJD spokesperson is not raising hand, but sir, if you don't raise your hand, I'm not going to come to you. You got to come into the debate, you got to raise your hand. So, this thing that, Karthikeyan didn't come to me later should not come up. You want to come in, raise your hand. But before that, let me play out the bite of K.C. Venugopal and Ravi Shankar Prasad, and then to you, Manish.
I thought you would ask then.
I'm not going into that details because the circumstances prevailing in this country pressurized Tejashwi Yadav to say like this. This is not, I think Tejashwi is telling that if this type of election commission is doing all this tamashas to sabotage the democratic process of this country, then what is the point of doing all these things? In this way, he asked the question. You have to take it in that way. Because you can understand that today election commission statement, you see that statement, they themselves are telling.
आज तीसरा दिन है और विपक्ष और विशेष रूप से कांग्रेस पार्टी सदन को नहीं चलने दे रहे हैं। बाहर आकर कहते हैं कि हमें बोलने नहीं देते हैं, राहुल गांधी बोलते हैं और अंदर में चर्चा में भाग नहीं लेते हैं। इसका मतलब क्या है? बहुत सिंपल सी बात, मोटी बात।
ओके, कहते हैं बोलने नहीं देते, फिर चर्चा में भाग नहीं लेते हैं। मनीष, टू यू।
Yeah, I was coming to that stolen election thing. Those who know Bihar, and you can in fact ask Mr. Ajit Jha, Mr. Mishra also, and Mr. Rao is also there. Ravi, the entire booth capturing story used to happen before PM session came, and the stolen election was so apt during Congress and RJD rule. 20 years, in fact 15 years of RJD rule at that time, and along with Congress, that was the real stolen election. Now, for the last 10-15 years, in fact, irrespective of parties, I would say, the complete election mechanism and the way election has been doing in this country is much more cleaner. India was never cleaner than present when it comes to elections. So it is so ironic that the parties who used to really capture votes, used to rule different states, used to put people from different parts of the, from different countries. They used in Assam they did that. A number of people from Bangladesh came, and on that basis they ruled. We know Communist Party did that in West Bengal. Now these are the parties. It is so ironical they are talking about stolen election. It's laughable.
Ravi, you must respond to it, though you have not raised your finger. You have to raise your finger to come in.
Normally, I do not interrupt any of the speakers, and I thought that as an anchor you would come to me, then I have to come in.
I'm tweaking the rule of the game. If you want to come in anytime, please raise your hand. Okay. Sir. Lest you blame me later on Twitter saying that I didn't get the chance.
See, we have seen that never ever in the history of Indian democracy, Election Commission as a constitutional autonomous body has brought itself to such a public scrutiny. Since last so many weeks, on every day on television channels, the behavior and conduct of Election Commission is discussed. So who is responsible for this? Election Commission itself has belittled its value in the eyes of people. That is why we are discussing it. Now, the chaos and confusion that it has created, see, what they are saying through their notifications and what they have submitted in the counter affidavit or also create confusion. I would like to give two instances. In the affidavit, Election Commission had submitted that Aadhaar card is optional. They are also accepting
You know,
ration card.
let me come to the point. Even the Supreme Court has not got into it. You know, even the Supreme Court has not got into it. Yes, yes.
No,
there are 11 documents, and one document is registration inside a family registrar. Okay, this happened at grassroots level in any village. The family got registry inside the family register, and they show it to the election commission. And the second point, I have been in politics since very long amount of time. In 1994, when the election commission come out with the idea of giving voter ID card to every voter of Bihar, it was Lalu Prasad Yadav who was vehemently opposed it, criticized it, and never agreed for it. And election commissioner was T.N. Sesson, and he offered a chocolate to T.N. Sesson in the office of Election Commission of India. So Ravi, please check out your fact first of all, that RJD and other political outfit now is against of democracy, when Rahul Gandhi has openly challenged that he has to fight the Indian state. What kind of fight he want to continue with the Indian state by taking constitution in his hand and just destroying its basic principles, right? Understand it, he has proof, but he has never shown the proof. The Bombay High Court even told Congress party supporter that you killed our time by putting such kind of petition before us and given no relief to them. So now the question is that whether the opposition parties has any respect for any kind of democratic process, for any kind of constitutional process. They are not even believer of the verdict of the Supreme Court in the Rafale case. So I must say, because they have considered defeat, they are being defeated and rejected by the people of India. They want to just save their face by putting and blaming election commission that, oh no, we are not losing election. It is the election commission who are just in conspiracy defeating us. This is wrong, and pigment of their imagination that, in the last election, what happened? Rahul Gandhi was rejected from all kind of seats, reduced to 99, and BJP won
so I think
time.
that I think
Since last 20
Mr.
years, the RJD is being
Mr. Mishra.
So they are blaming election commission for every defeat.
Mr. Mishra, Rahul Gandhi can be accused of Nash Nave Agan Teda, but the party from 50 went to 99. You can't twist the facts. There are party, and they had their
Even they are not happy.
They might not be happy with 99.
Not happy.
Sujata,
when in UP, BJP seat got reduced.
Okay, Sujata.
They are blaming election commission. Why is it so?
Sujata.
Debacle has changed their mind against of democracy. They must learn for democracy and read constitution, then take and show the constitution.
You go and look after your leader who is a pendulum, who is with this one minute and with somebody
we are stick to our principles. We never compromise on principles. Understand, Ms. Sujata Paul. Just go and read. We have never compromised on principles of socialism and governance and communalization. We have never compromised it.
Brain cannot imagine, cannot think, does not know what to give as governance. There is total lawlessness in Bihar because of Mr. Nitish Kumar and the pendulum that he is. Now, when you talk about these 11 documents, Kartikeya, it's very important to understand that, Aadhaar card, PAN card and voter card, these should be the basis if the voter card was issued. Why this?
I'll come to
Even if it means in 1994, blaming somebody in the who was in the past, who opposed it, we can also start, questioning Mr. Modi on a lot of things like the Yadav and the GST, etc., etc. I don't want to get in there because this is whataboutery. Now, when we are talking about the election commission, why is it that the election commission needs to be questioned? Because they don't listen, they don't answer. And when we try to take time, they refuse to meet us. And this means clearly that they are working in connivance with the BJP. Now, if you are going to be biased, and you will not give clarifications to the opposition, that means you are not giving clarifications to the country, and therefore they will have to be questioned. Now, who appoints them? Every government is responsible for appointing the EC, but after that you let them be, right? But here we are seeing that the last ECI was appointed, the chief election commissioner was appointed, then reappointed. What does that mean? That means that there was nobody else that they could get, and because they had faith in him. I will remind you of 2020 elections of the Vidhan Sabha in Bihar, when the voters had voted their candidate clearly, but the returning officers, the DMs and the collectors manipulated them at the last minute when they declared winners, and after that they changed their stance and they declared winners by very small margins based on the postal ballots which they counted.
One line.
Okay.
On Aadhaar.
So
Okay.
that is the reason why we are questioning.
Okay.
And last thing, in Assam, 19 lakh were supposedly infiltrators. You know how many were actually proved to be infiltrators? Only 30,000.
Okay,
Okay, you know, Kartikeya, what is happening? When the government of India passed a resolution and amendment basically to get Aadhaar linked with voter ID card, these Congress party and all opposition party walk out from the parliament and they went to the Supreme Court and filed an affidavit there and submission that Aadhaar is right to privacy. How can voter ID be linked to the Aadhaar card? Why? Oh, come on, don't shout at me. Come on, Sujata ji, I respect you. Please don't do it. And these
Mr. Mishra, wait a minute. And Sujata, please.
Please, I request
Mr. Mishra, Sujata ji, let's be civil with each other. Mr. Mishra.
I have a high regard for a woman spokesperson. I respect you, Sujata ji, but the Congress party and other political outfit in the Supreme Court challenge the same, that voter ID should not be linked with the Aadhaar card. And Election Commission has to file a submission this year in the February-March that it is an optional, that if any voter want to get it linked with the Aadhaar card. So why you people are Niradhar now shouting Aadhaar. Go to Supreme Court, file a submission, let voter ID get linked with Aadhaar card permanently. So you are not basically able to decide which side you have to take. Now I understand that debacle has made you completely, so restless and so you are in a full of nirashajanak.
Okay, Mr. Thank you.
So you are boycotting.
Okay, I don't know what about the batasha and nirasha.
Batasha is a,
batasha तो बचपन में खाया था, बताशा भी खाया और निराश भी नहीं होता मैं कभी. अजीत जी, do you think that this has the capacity to be a political issue? Because a lot of time political parties think that some issues will work, but they don't. For example, Ayodhya didn't work for BJP in 2024 elections, and somehow the constitution book worked for the Congress party. In 2019, Rahul Gandhi thought Rafale would work, but it didn't work. The BJP won very handsomely. So, you just can't pre-guess which issue is going to work. Are we doing a lot of pre-guessing on this issue, Ajit ji?
Well, let me put it this way, Kartikeya. What will work in October, November of 2025 in Bihar? I don't know, because, there are three months left, let's say. So things might change. But today, if you look at the whole issue, the entire India bloc, they were at each other's throat. Remember, Mamata Banerjee boycotted all the meetings after the Lok Sabha election. She never came for a single meeting. The DMK did not come to any of the meetings of the India bloc. But just see what happened in the last 3 days. 15 of those 18 or 19 parties that contested in 2024 together, they have all gelled together, which means the S.I.R is giving oxygen to the entire India bloc and the Mahagathbandhan.
I'll be the critic of, wait a minute. I don't know. I've run short of. I don't know.
Will it continue in 2025 November?
I really don't know whether the oxygen is for the TV studio. I am a TV anchor. So wait a minute. I don't know whether the S.I.R oxygen is for the TV studio or is really happening on the ground. We'll come to know, at the hustings. But thank you all of you for joining me on this debate, because it's not going to end. At least in the narrative and conversation, it's going to be there. So this was on point 1. In the second on point, don't go away, because we will look at the slap politics of the language propagated by MNS after a short break.
एसोसिएट स्पॉन्सर एंकर टूथपेस्ट, नए जमाने की नई सुरक्षा।
ये रोशनी का सफर दिलचस्प है। हम सूरज से सिर्फ बिजली नहीं बनाते हैं, खुशहाली को देश के कोने कोने तक